everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. Thank you for joining me this Friday, and we're going to do something a little bit different again this week while I'm off on holiday, and that's show you an element of my collecting that I don't think I've ever shown on my channel before, but if you follow me on Twitter at GhostCritic, then you will have certainly seen photos of these annoying things that I keep having to buy and accumulating around the house, staring down at me. I am, of course, talking about my new collection of toys that over the years has beginning to grow and grow and grow. So I thought it'd just be fun to have a little look, a closer peek at all those in a video format with me chatting in the background. I hope my camera work isn't too shoddy and that you can see everything. I did notice as I was kind of putting them out in a nice display that some of them perhaps might be a little bit dusty, and I hope they don't show up too much. I tried to get as much away as I possibly could, but the smaller figures, they're so hard to keep clean and nice. But I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Down in the comment section below, please let me know what your favourite toys are, if you're collecting any of the kind of series that I do, and where you get them from, and the big question of taking toys out of boxes. Is that a thing you do, or do you like to keep them in mint condition? Enjoy. I hope you do. See you in a minute. So here we go, folks, with my small, modest, but seemingly ever-burgeoning volume of action figures, toys that I've been amassing over the years. I'm going to give you a little bit of a panoramic shot to begin with at all the different types. DC, Marvel, small, large, classic, they're all there, and I don't know what it is. I started collecting these now. Let's kick off with the front row, because that's basically where all this began, with this front row of, I think they were called mini Marvels. Obviously the articulation on these is not very, there's not a lot of it. Hands, arms, perhaps a head, but for the most they're quite static in their poses. As we head to the left there, we have our kind of mutant corner with Angel, Colossus, Cyclops, Magneto, got a bit of Wolverine there, and right in the middle Sabretooth. Just to the left of him we've got a great Spider-Man one with a kind of the Venom goo enveloping him. As we move to the right, we've got good old Elektra, Captain America, Daredevil. Back in the back row, I guess, of the mini Marvels, there's Hawkeye, Punisher, and right there on the right hand side is Ghost Rider. Have to say, I never pay full price for any of these. There is this, I think all of these, bar maybe a couple of the Funko Pops, I've all bought from a store over here in the UK called B&M. It's like a big discount warehouse, and you don't have the widest range, you get what you see, and so you have to go in there maybe a few times a month and hope that they put some new stock in there, and basically stock that you haven't already got. But I kind of guess that these are end of lines, the lower sellers, I guess, for some of these, and this is how I guess these discount stores manage to get this kind of stock. Just a little bit behind, hopefully you can see, there's a Superman, a Wonder Woman and a Mira there, which are these came in the mini mystery boxes from DC. They're basically inside, they're in a black kind of plastic bag surrounded by a box that has been cellophane shut, so you have no idea what you are getting in them. The possibility is that you may get doubles. The last time I was in, someone had been very naughty, basically opened all the wrappers, opened up the black plastic bag to check what they were in there so they wouldn't get any doubles. So I was fortunate enough to find 3 that I didn't have, and those were the 3. Now, if you look right to the far left before we get to the boxes at the back, you might see a Batman, Batman 66, and then right over to the other side, there's a Doctor Strange, clearly fashioned on the movie version with Benedict Cumberbatch as the actor who played him. I'm not altogether keen on these. I mean, they're nice that they're on these kind of plinths in poses. They're easily kind of displayed that way, but I don't know, there's something about them. They are, I guess, licensed by DC, but they kind of feel a bit fake. I don't know if anyone else has got those and kind of feels the same way, but they just don't feel like they're a proper line. I think they're called, is it Qbit or Qbox or something like that? It just feels like a knockoff, despite the fact that they have got the DC logo or the Marvel logo underneath them. So the next layer behind, get a bit closer, we've got the Funko toys. I do love Funko. They're stupidly expensive, let's be honest. I think I've bought perhaps 2 of these. The other 3 were presents, so I've been lucky in that respect. But I wanted, the first couple I got, if I remember rightly, was the Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange one, and it just came to me that I just want to make the Secret Defenders back up, which is why I then got the Hulk one, which was in the middle. Apparently I can't find it, but they don't do a Submariner, they don't do a Namor on the Funko Pops. Maybe he's not popular enough, I don't know, but that I would have liked that to make that big kind of Secret Defenders team up. And obviously got 2 versions of Batman there. There's a lot of Batman in this, because they always just seem to have Batman at the B&M store. The second to last line before we get to the boxes, these were in boxes, but I took them out. We've got to the left and the right of the middle Batman is the Dark Knight Rises versions of the characters. I think these figures by DC and the ones in the box are so well made, and I was so incredibly impressed by the level of detail, the materials that are used, the capes that have the kind of rubbery capes at the back, they feel good. They feel like that they should be on these toys. They don't feel awkward in any way. Okay, they obviously static in the way that they fall. They're not going to wave about or anything, but I just thought they were a fantastic set, a fantastic way of setting the kind of characters that have these capes and the like. And then we come to the middle one, which is opened out of its box. I'll explain the whole boxing thing in a second, but that was Darwin Cook's version of the Batman, which is just fantastic. Put in one of those kind of DC Designer Series boxes, which you can see a few from the back. So in regards to the boxes, I will open them, and I don't care about mid condition. That just isn't a concern to me at all. They're toys. They're meant to be there to be played with, to be displayed. The only reason that these boxes at the back, so we've got Aquaman, which is part of the DC Comics Essential range. We've got Harlequin, which is the designer series, the Darwin Cook version. We've got Batman, and we've got Joker, again the designer series of Greg Capullo. We've got the Joker, which is the Killing Joke version, which is from the Icons range. And finally at the end we've got the Superman designer series from Lee Bermejo. Yeah, the only reason I haven't unboxed these is because I have nowhere really to display them, and a lot of these boxes have they have like toys to go with it. You know, Harley Quinn has got a hammer, the Joker, Greg Capullo one has a different head where he's scarred on one side, he's got an axe. They've all got hands, they've all got, you know, equipment to go with it, and I don't want to lose all that stuff. So for now, until I get some sort of display cabinet to put these in, they kind of get left in the boxes, but they will come out because they are fun toys to play with and display and put in different kind of poses. But yes, so this is another part of the hobby that I kind of swore to myself I would never ever get involved in, because it is another deep rabbit hole that I just don't want to fall down. But guess what? I'm falling. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed looking at that short look at my my action figures and toys that I have, all based around Marvel and DC characters. Follow me on Twitter. I always post pictures of these as and when I buy them, so you'll be able to see how quickly and how often my my collection keeps growing and growing. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.